Hello everyone, welcome to the Besiege bots building tutorials. Please take a look at the previous videos on this series if you haven't, because it might be a bit confusing if you don't. In this video I will show you how to make a basic bot without a weapon and just a wedge. So, uh, in the previous chassis video I've made this basic chassis before, and I will be reusing the same design. Tip for building a bot is to keep your if you're not using this starting block, is to keep it in the center of your bot, so you can mirror pieces from one side to the other. So here is just a with the basic chassis design and basic T-stack drive. I will be making a bot with a plow wedge. I will also be using arrow key steering, but some people don't like to use that. I'm one of them. Let's just put these over here, and I'll move them out later. I'll be using T-stack drive system, as you can see here. Let's flip these outside ones. You when you're trying to put the plow wedge in the on the bot, uh, you see that this plow is intersecting with the wheel and is intersecting with each other, and it's messing up and shit. So you want to move the wheels a bit back if you're making this, and move the plows outwards a bit. You can also angle the plows to make them more similar to like IRL bots, I guess. Like angle the plows like this, although you need to move your wheels further back because you don't want them touching the plows. And also, again, the starting block in the middle of the boat uh, is very useful. Not in the middle of the actual boat, just in the middle back there. It's very useful for copying shit or the shit you change from one side to the other. These are not connecting, god damn it. Uh, there. Fuck. Nope. Alright. So, just the basic plow board. It's, as you can see, it's below the bot's ground clearance. So the front wheels are getting lifted up. And to fix that, you want to raise these up. But before that, we want to angle these plows. For plows on this bottom bit, for the actual collision to be completely flat to the ground, you want to rotate them by 5 degrees upwards, like that, without locking them, of course. So now it is completely flat to the ground. You can move them up to your ground clearance. So you can go into this a bit longer, but I'm just gonna make it until it seems about right. That seems about right. Now I'm gonna wire up the drive system. It's gonna be similar to what we did before. These outside wheels are the ones in reverse, and this is right. Oh fuck. I haven't removed the steering hinges yet. Let's just remove those. Now it should be pretty okay. Oh, steering is backwards. Jason, you're doing great. Okay. And since these are the correct orientation, just do that to them. And it's 30 blocks, so since it's 30 blocks, but we don't count the starting block, that's because it's not attached to the block bot, and you can't remove it. So it's currently 28 blocks. This is a beetle weight, but you have a little bit of weight to play with. So another thing with drive is you can use flying blocks for downforce or for forwards drive. But uh, Flying blocks have a limit for to how much you can have on each weight class, so let's do one for downforce and one for drive, which I think is the limit for how much you can have. So you can put flying blocks up to 2 speed, because although on the slider you can only do 1.25, you can copy 2 speed from a wheel and copy it to a flying block. That's why you're allowed to do that. This, I'll set it down to C, 2 speed. And so a flying block, I'll just put it here, without the reverse option, is pulling like that. So if since I have this pushing on the orientation and I wired it up to forwards drive, I put it to reverse. And the other thing is I'm gonna put this one to toggle because it's downforce and it stays on whenever I just press it once. So I don't have to keep holding it. As you can see now, it has a bit more forwards downforce. It stays down on the ground a bit, but it's really bouncy. Now, you have ways to fix that. One of them is just by moving this into a higher weight class or using suspension, like to reduce the amount of bounce from the wheels. But what most people do is by cambering their wheels. Don't forget to lock them, because if you don't lock them, yeah, your wheels start sliding away. So this also lowers the whole ground clearance because the wheels become somewhat of an oval shape from the side. I forgot how much I cambered my wheels this from the side. Let's do 25 degrees. So if you go flat, it's more of an oval shape instead of a circle, so also keeps the boat a bit more stable. This doesn't do too much, but it does a bit to keep the boat a bit more stable. But with two-stack drive, what I usually do is lower down the drive speed on one of the sides. Oh, it's currently messing up because I lowered these wheels down too much. Let's raise everything upwards. Should be pretty okay if I move these to the side. What's happening here is that these wheels are inside of the block pieces, or it's inside the logs. But since this double strong log is also here, and this wheel is not connecting to this strong log, it is hitting it. So that's why that was happening. And I need to raise up the chassis a bit more because the plows are not connecting. Don't be afraid to move things around because you can just undo it most of the time, but don't try to undo things when you're on the key mapper because sometimes it breaks. Let's just keep the wheels flat for now. On ways how I reduce bounce is by reducing the inner wheel speed to 1 or going for 1.5 speed instead of full 2. Basically just using 1.5 speed on everything, which reduces the wheel speed a bit, but doesn't actually reduce the top speed by much. So if we compare these two without the flying block, because the flying block affects it quite a bit, 2-speed wheels versus 1.5. The 2-speed wheels bounce quite a bit more. Oh, I changed these bits. God damn it. The 2-speed wheels bounce quite a lot more without adding that much speed compared to 1.5 stack, and it's quite. It doesn't actually change the top speed by that much, as you can see there. This goes forwards a bit better. So with beetle weights, you also have a size limit, so this might not actually be legal for that weight class. But you can always just raise it up to raptors. And for weight class rules, check out the rule sets in the Discord server, it's in a Google spreadsheet. The rule set is always nice to have open if you are unsure of if something's legal or not. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this helped you in building a bot. If you want to learn more things, please look at the other videos, and see you on the next one. Goodbye.